All right, team, we're back out here at Wooden Nickel Farm in Eflin, North Carolina. Our gracious hosts Shannon and Matt Fox got us out here. We're cooking on the Kettle Joe. Now, all fall long, we were cooking the last Friday for hundreds of people on this Kettle Joe, so it's seen some work. Now, let me show you a trick that you can use on any Kamado style grill, but especially the Kettle Joe today. We've got a little bit of charcoal left over from a previous cook that's still lit. So I'm gonna take some of this big block charcoal, add it to it, and I'm gonna make sure that this stuff is on top of that previously used and still engaging charcoal. And this is gonna begin to catch. So another way to continue the fire after we've already burnt down our coals so that we can play around today with a ribeye, Asian barbecue ribeye skewer. There's gotta be a cooler name for it. But we're gonna do these really cool appetizers or hors d'oeuvres using a ribeye. So it's not just a steak anymore, folks. Big, bold appetizer coming your way. Let's get into it. While our grill's coming to temperature, let's go ahead and slide in a grill grate at the lowest portion. And this is gonna be a big, bold blister sear. So I've got nice fire, charcoal pile banked to one side, the grill grate directly onto it. Now let's get working on our marinade. Some simple ingredients here. You know, this is just a super easy peasy marinade. Obviously that sweet chili is going to give it a lot of caramelization. The soy sauce is going to give it a lot of earthiness and saltiness. Vinegar, sometimes I swap this vinegar out with pickled ginger if I want a little funkiness in there, but it brings a little sour to it. So we're hitting off on all those senses. Let's bring a little more earthiness to it and onion appeal with some of these scallions. Little whisk action. And that is it right there. Well, I almost forgot, you know, sesame seeds. I say it's simple, there's not many moving parts, and look who forgot one of them, okay? All right, come on over here, check it out. Here's a big old chunk of the ribeye tail here, and that's a lot of fat, but you know what? I'm not gonna throw that away. This is an excellent, hey, chef note here. You're gonna use this to clean and season your grill grates, and we'll leave it right here on the edge away from the heat so it's beginning to soften and render. And right before we put that nice beef on there, we're gonna give it one more wax on, wax off. All right, let's look at this ribeye. So I'm gonna try to slice this into thin pieces, and we can make it a little easier on ourselves by cutting it in half so it's not just bending everywhere. And I just wanna go with a sharp knife right down the middle there. I got that nice chunk of ribeye. Oh yeah. Same thing on this one. Ribeye is such a great choice for this quick cook. So I'm giving it a little positive pressure here. We're gonna go 1, 2, and that sweet chili's got that kind of glaze effect going on. So it's nice and thickened. We're gonna marinate this for, I don't know, 15 to 30 minutes, if you can wait that long. Don't do it overnight though, because the soy sauce is just so high in sodium. Even the less sodium, it will end up curing it and it'll be too salty. But look how gorgeous that is. We're gonna put a little bit of barbecue sauce on the outside of this, so let me show you a cheat for your own Asian barbecue sauce. We've got some of our favorite barbecue sauce here. I don't care if you like Sweet Baby Ray's or Blues Hog or whatever it is that you've got that you like that's this kind of viscosity, kind of thick. We're gonna cut it with a little coffee, a little strong coffee. And then we're gonna go in with a little hoisin today, okay? And I love hoisin. It is salty. This is like you see it in barbecue, Asian barbecue and stir fry dishes. It's just got a very pungent note to it. It's bold, it's in your face, it stands up to the soy sauce and the sweet chili that are already in the marinade and the caramelization. It's just one more note of, oh my gosh, that's a flavor I love, and it's brought to you not in a sip, but in a bite now. Fun stuff.
Hey-o.
Yeah, That's, I'd say we're hot. All right, and that's what we want. We've been lit up this whole entire time. I'd reckon we're about 600 to 700 degrees. We got our gorgeous marinated pieces of ribeye. Now, you do not want to cook these to medium. All right, we want to keep this as rare as possible. It's actually going to see the flame again after we grill it this time. So keep it together. Look how thick we are right there. Give it one more drape in that beautiful marinade we made together. And then right on comes the next one. We want that char. We want that big, bold sear. Beautiful. Now, if we wanted to capture more of that smoke, we could close this just for a minute. Make sure your control tower's all the way open. We're gonna get some good smoke flavor. It's filling the room right now. It's beautiful. All right, let's open her back up. Let's give it a flip. Gently. Yes. Look at that. And last but not least, I'm going to sneak this one over here because it is a little thicker. I just want to make sure it's getting good opportunity to sear. Probably 45 seconds on each side, I would say, and then we're going to sneak it into a plastic bag. You could do saran wrap on top of a cutting board and then put the meat on top and then saran wrap on. What we want to do is create a space where we can pound this meat without it splattering all over our nice shirt. Okay, let's get it in the bag. Okay. Spread them out a little bit. If you have a nice little piece like that, maybe that's for us, huh? All right, now we're going to use our meat mallet and just over here on the side of the cutting board. We're not pounding it to break it into pieces. This is a way to mechanically tenderize it and flatten it. Pounding that char even further into the meat, making it so thin that it's going to be effortless to pull off of the skewer. Flip it around for that last one, keep it towards the edge. Beautiful. All right, now we're going to slice these into bite-sized pieces or ribbons, whatever you like. Let's go some smaller pieces and some bigger pieces just so you can see your options. So here's an option for doing a larger piece. And I like to leave the smaller tapered end in towards the tip. So I'll start skewering from the back here and just weave it in and out. 1, 2, 3, and then just cinch it down. And we'll put it right there, stick end out. It's okay that we're putting our cooked meat into the same marinade we had the raw meat in because we're gonna see that flame again. If we had longer skewers, we could take this one all the way. Maybe we even try it. You can do other cuts of beef with this as well. I've done it with flank steak. I've done it with bavette. I've done it with filet because I've had extra pieces of filet. Just a wonderful way to use up small pieces of meat. Of course, today we used up a ribeye steak, which is pretty luxurious. Let's go ahead and put a drizzle of our barbecue sauce on before we sear. So we're going to sear this sauce into the marinated, grilled, and pounded, I don't know, what are we calling them? Beef skewers? Ribeye skewers?
Sure.
Asian barbecue skewers?
Boom.
Okay, Asian barbecue skewers. This is the pickup. So you can do that. You can push the pause button here, wait for your people to come, wait for your guests to come, and then do this right in front of them, get them involved if you want to. But the combination of that barbecue sauce on the char that's already there with the marinade is just deepening flavor. So let's go ahead and get our grill grates greased one more time with that nice piece of ribeye fat. And I have got all of my coals banked. I've got my charcoal on one side. So quick fire, feel free to use tongs. You're just dropping them, boom, boom, pulling them off and putting them on the presentation platter. That fire is just gonna kiss them and finish them to that nice medium rare, following up with a great caramelization of that barbecue sauce. The coffee notes coming off are unreal right now. To finish this off, Let's just do a little thin sliced scallion, and then we're gonna do some of those white sesame seeds, just sprinkle them straight across. And it's gonna bring a bit of earthiness to it, but also that green is gonna help us not be so sea of same. Little sesame seed. And if you wanted to, I don't know how messy this is gonna look, but we could even do another line of barbecue sauce over the front. And I think that's kind of cool. It kind of, whenever you're doing garnishes, look at what we just did. We pulled from our trick bag of ingredients that we already had right in front of us and we've already used. So you know these garnishes are gonna go well with it and pair because we've already used them in the recipe itself, right? So people are invited to come take one of these, dip it in the sauce if they want a little extra sauce, and then take a bite. Look at that. Freaking rad. Feel a little cheated though. I didn't get scallion on that one. Come on, I want the color. Yeah? That's what I've been missing. Yahtzee. That coffee is just boom right in your face. The hoisin barbecue sings, but that caramelization of the marinade that we made. And of course, there's the big bold ribeye walking down the hallway saying, "This is my house." I mean, that ribeye knows what time it is. That's fantastic. And then the sweet song of the scallions. Anything on a stick, anything bone on, street fair food, just so much fun. Folks, if you enjoyed this video as much as I'm about to enjoy this bite, do us a favor, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit the notification, do all the things. Do leave us a comment too. I read every single one of them and try to respond to every single one of them. So from our backyard, or our friend's farm anyway, to your backyard, cheers and happy grilling. Yep.